YouTube. So what we got here is just a basic Torino, what I call a 5-hole gauge bezel. You can see this one's got a crack in the top right there, but it'll work for what we're gonna do, what we're gonna use it for. So I'm gonna wipe it down, get it kind of cleaned up. It's been sitting around, got some dust on it, and that's the first step. And then I'll show you what my plan is. So. Alright, hopefully you guys could see some of that, but this is where we're at right now. I've got those skulls placed kind of how I want them, a few bones. We're going to let this tack up, and then I'll show you the next step. I use the same thing I used to put the windshield glass in. It's this locktite. This is a horrible tube of it. The label's messed up, but it's locktite roof flashing. It's a polyurethane. So once that dries, that'll hold it nice, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, YouTube, so what we got is our urethane set up. It's pretty solid now. Next step, what we're going to use is this loctite foam. It's a spray foam, kind of like great stuff, but it's got different properties than great stuff. So I'll show you. I'll show you how this is going to work. We're going to squirt it in and fill in the cracks, and then I have a spray bottle with some water in it here, and it's just plain water. And how this foam works is you can actually mold it after a few minutes with that water. All right. I'll get you in here where you can see in a second. Ooh, way too much. And what this is going to do, it's going to fill in. It's going to fill in a lot of these areas, these voids, and also give us texture, and it's going to help adhere these bones and skulls to the gauge panel. Alright, so that's pretty much what we're looking like. You can see Cam down here. Cam. He's all under my feet. It's my kitten. But anyway, we're going to let this tack up, and then we'll squirt it with the water and actually form it so that it won't just look like great stuff here. It'll actually give it some texture and kind of want it to look like it's been, you know, molded and packed into this dash. So we'll give it about 10 minutes, and then we'll sculpt it. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes or so, I guess. And I want to wet this stuff down. I don't want to get it too wet, but I want it to kind of create a little barrier. And actually, it's still too tacky. It's kind of like marshmallow, but it's got a real sweet spot where if you time it just right, you can sculpt it. You know what I mean? You can kind of move it around and make it do what you want it to do. But it's got to have a skin on the outside of the foam. This down here is doing pretty good. And all I'm trying to do is just push it in around all these pieces so that it fills in these gaps. And we're gonna kind of use it to help lock everything in together. I mean, that urethane is some good stuff. It will probably be fine, but this is definitely gonna lock everything in. And with what I'm planning on doing for the next step, you'll see why I wanna do it this way. If all this works out. If it doesn't work out, you'll never see this video, and I'm just talking to myself. So that happens sometimes. I wanted to say thanks to it seems like we've had a influx of people commenting and stuff, which is cool, man, because I'm out here by myself just doing this for kicks with the cat, and seeing what other people have to say and kind words and stuff, it really helps motivate. And I know I say that just about every video, but it's true, you know, it doesn't change. And you know, there's guys out there that do YouTube and have millions or, you know, thousands of subscribers or whatever, and I don't know that that'll ever happen for me, but I don't know that that's really in the, you know, the objective here, you know. At the end of the day, I'm just doing my thing, and if a couple of people want to kind of watch it while it's going on, and that's cool too. So now you can see, hopefully, I don't know if that GoPro's picking it up, but how I can kind of sculpt this stuff. It's getting that skin on it. You want to go outside, buddy? Let's go outside. Come on. Here you go. Go outside. Let's go. Let's go. Go outside. All right. But it's getting that skin on it where I can actually like manipulate it, push it down, and that's what we wanted. I still hear him crying outside. He's a young little kitten he's really interested in everything I got going on out here, and he cries to get let in, and then when he's in, he wants to get back out sometimes. So I think he's just being a cat. He don't know what he wants. We're getting somewhere now, fellas. Some of you guys know I'm involved in the haunted house industry, and this technique, this material and technique of sculpting with this stuff has really been moved to the forefront and on YouTube and taught by a guy named Alan Hops from Stilt Beast Studios. STILTBEAST, Stilt Beast. And even if you're not into haunted house stuff or Halloween stuff, he's a hell of an artist, man, and a super nice guy. He's a type human being that makes me want to be a better human being, and he's probably taught and forgot more stuff than I'll ever learn. So if you ever want to just kill some time and hadn't ever watched any of his channel, you need to check it out. He's been doing YouTube a long time. He's got thousands of videos. He's a good friend, and he really passes forth his knowledge. So that's pretty much what we're after. I'm gonna keep working it, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this step. There'll be several steps in this process to get where we want to go, but I think it's gonna work like we want it to. So that's what we're looking like. So I'll cut you back on when we're at the next step. Alright, so this is what we got. Next step, we're just going to take some regular black spray paint and spray paint all this white, black. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we've had some time for our black paint to dry. We can go to the next step. Got some of this just like a satin brown spray paint. And what I'm going to do is spray some on the table and just kind of load up this brush a little bit. And then we're going to come in and we're just going to kind of dry brush all around just to pick up some detail. This is all about layers. So you know, it's going to take it a while, but that's okay. We just want to get some color on there and keep progressing forward. Alright gang, so my battery died a while ago, but I've dry brushed a little bit of blue on here. Now I'm going to add some red. I'm going to add some red just to give it a sign of life. And all these colors will be really buried. You won't see them. They won't stand out as much when we're done. You just got to trust the process. So anyway, it's going to look a little crazy and extreme right now, but I know that, and I also know what the finished product will look like. So okay YouTube, so what I've done is my camera died, my battery died, but I went ahead and I painted some red in here and some bone color. But this is pretty much our base paint, and next what we're gonna do is just wash it. I got some I just got some acrylic paints here. They're cheap acrylic paints like from Walmart, poster paints, whatever. Mixed a few up, and I got it pretty watered down, as you can see. And what we're gonna do here is just wash the whole thing and then blot it with a towel off, and that's gonna really uniform it and dirty it up. And we'll probably do a brown wash and then a black wash, and it'll be done. Alright, there we go, something like that. We'll add one more layer of black on it and it'll be ready to go in the car. Alright, so here we go. We got one last wash. It's going to be black wash, and that should conclude painting this gauge bezel. I am going to put this one on a little bit thicker just because I want to get it back in all the crooks and crannies. we're gonna call that pretty done. And then one thing I'm gonna do a little bit different this time, just because we know the gauge cluster is gonna be setting up like this, I'm gonna give it some extra misting of water to really get that black wash runny. And I'm gonna let it tack up for a minute, and then I'll wipe it off. Okay, get you in here where you can actually see what this is looking like. Okay, so it's totally not dry yet, but I'm such a kid, I can't wait. So we're just gonna try to get it in here without messing it up. And if we do mess anything up, we'll just have to touch it up some. There it is. Hopefully you guys can see it. So the next step is to actually put gauges in some of the skulls. So stay tuned for that. I wanted to get it in because originally I was going to put it in there, put the gauges in their eye sockets, and I might still try to do that, but I wanted to get it in to see where exactly I could see, you know, the best spots to put them in. So, but there we go. All right, guys. So here's the gauge bezel all finished up. Having a tough time getting some good light on it, but I say finished. I still have to put the gauges in it, but I want to have my seats and everything in fully mounted to make sure they're in a location where I'm gonna see the gauges. Also, you can see the switch panel. That's installed now. Got to wire it, but all in all, I think that turned out good. Tell me what you think, man. I know everybody says comment and blah 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 in the videos, but I really get good feedback from you guys, and more than anything, it's motivational. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to get better about filming. I'm looking forward to Wasteland. Somebody said the other day we got, I don't know, 49 weeks or something like that. It'll be here before we know it. So I hope you guys are enjoying this journey. And like I said, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and drop me a comment. I read all my comments. I'm a real small channel, just a few hundred watchers or followers. So I pretty much see everything you guys say, and I really appreciate it. I feel like this is a real small niche, and I really take to heart people's suggestions and what they say. So anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.